Okay, hello and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be talking about video games. Unsurprisingly. More specifically, 3 of them. My 3 favourite games which I played this year. You know, the Game Awards are around, I figured may as well talk about my favourite games this year. Although it'll be a bit different to the Game Awards. I'm not giving them any titles or anything with awards and stuff. They're not games that released this year, just games that I played this year. Well, they are recent, so still worth checking out. And most importantly, I don't think they've got that much attention compared to a lot of games, so talking about them's cool for that reason. I'm not just going to say Link's Awakening, Cadence of Hyrule, Breath of the Wild, because, well, everyone knows about them. Although quite a lot of people know about some of the games I've got here, but not as much as people could compared to some. Well, whatever. You know, I'm going to talk about it. Oh, also, this video was scripted, but I decided the script didn't really work, and considering how personal it is with my thoughts on the games, I figured I'd be better just going off what's in my head, so yeah, I'm going to do that. Who cares about the script? I don't. No more script, buy script. Anyway, yeah, I'm doing that, so let's go. Jump cut! Okay, I forgot to say this, but stick around to the end of the video, it'll be something cool then. You'll probably be interested in it. I would certainly think so, most people would be, so stick around till then. Right, the first game I'm going to talk about here is Hollow Knight. I couldn't decide which one to talk about first. Well, Hollow Knight's right back there on my wall, so I'm going to talk about that one first. Oh, I'm also wearing a hoodie of it, so that's cool. Yeah, based on those 2 things actually, you can probably tell I really like the game a lot, and I do. In fact, as with this game and one of the other ones on my list, it's an interesting story. Well, now, all of them have interesting stories for why I got them, but they're all unique. Anyway, the story for how I got Hollow Knight. So, you may remember Cadence of Hyrule earlier this year, the indie Zelda game. Well, the developers of that also made Crypt of the Necrodancer, which was on sale on the eShop for like £1. Really cheap. So I was like, I'll buy that. Still not played it, by the way, I probably should, but anyway, whilst I was on the deals section of the eShop looking at that, I noticed Hollow Knight, right there next to it. £5, 50% off. And I had heard a lot of good things about the game, and it was only £5, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy it. And I'm glad I did, probably the best decision I've made this year. Hollow Knight is a great game, it's amazing. Probably my favourite non-Zelda game of all time, and my favourite indie game of all time for the same measure, you know? It's a great game. I'd probably put it up there, definitely in my top 5 games of all time, probably top 3 too, so, you know, considering most of my top games are just Zelda games, that's very good. Anyway though, I'm going to talk about the actual game now, not just, oh, I like it. So, with the game, let's see. The gameplay, let's talk about the gameplay. So, the gameplay, it's a Metroidvania, so 2D. You go around and kind of open world, doing stuff. It's like an underground cave system. I won't really spoil what happens or what's where and stuff, but you start from one area, you go and explore more areas, you unlock new abilities and progress, and you know, it's quite cool. There's a kind of set route, but you can really go off route and you can do whatever you want, you know. Main point being, the gameplay's fun. I can't really explain it more, that's just how it goes. It's done well how they did it, and if that sounds interesting to you, you might like it. I sure did. Now, let's talk about the graphics and the music. Those are 2 big points for me. The graphics are just amazing. Probably best 2D graphics I've ever seen. Like, just look at them, I'll put them on screen. You know, the use of particles and, like, stuff in the back and front of the scene and all that, they've just done it really well, and it's all hand-drawn as well, on like, it's just Photoshop, I believe, that's literally it, not even any special programs for game art or anything, just Photoshop. Which is all really cool, but it looks nice, okay? You've got to agree with me, otherwise I'd dislike you now. No, I'm joking, you can like whatever you want, but I personally think it looks good. And the music, oh boy, the soundtrack is great. Probably my favourite soundtrack of all time, second only to maybe a few Zelda games, as I said with the game itself. But yeah, the music will be playing in the back right now, and I'll probably turn it up so you can hear it for a bit once I finish talking about it, but it's great. Oh, also, to top all of that off, there's 4 free DLC packs. Don't have to pay for them, they come installed with the game by default. And it's all for £10 or $15 if you're in America. Like, yeah, it's great. I've got over 150 hours in it now, I think, you know. I'd highly recommend it. It's a great game. I kind of went on a bit about that, so next game, eh? Which one should I talk about next? I'm going to talk about Astral Chain next. Astral Chain, it's an actual AAA game, this one, not an indie game, unlike the other two. So it will have more attention, you would presume by default, but maybe not, because Hollow Knight and the other one I've not talked about yet are both quite kind of popular for an indie game. Anyway, Astral Chain, it's an action game made by Platinum Games, the developers of Bayonetta and other stuff. I've not played any of their other games. I just saw this one and it appealed to me and I was like, sure, I'll go get it. Now, I'll probably annoy some of you by saying this, but I don't like anime, and whenever I see games with anime-like graphics or characters or whatever, I generally just don't get them because I don't like the look of it, and it puts me off quite a bit. Astral Chain has that, but I decided to take a gamble and go for it anyway, and I'm kind of glad I did. With Astral Chain, basically, as I said, it's an action game. You have this thing called a Legion. It's like a kind of mech creature thingy. Helps you in battle. You can do tons of interesting fighting with it. It's really cool. Not seen combat like that before. It's really fun. Honestly, I really enjoy it. The Legion, there's also 5 types of it, and you can use the Legion outside of combat too, for like exploring, solving puzzles and stuff. It's really well done, the game, in that way. One thing which I really like about it though is just the overall aesthetic of the game, I guess you could say. The graphics coupled with the music, coupled with the gameplay, it all comes off very well. Speaking of the graphics, oh boy, they're amazing for the Switch, like honestly. They're really pushing the Switch, I would say. Like, I wouldn't have expected to see graphics that nice on the Switch, honestly. I mean, yeah, lower graphics like Breath of the Wild can still be... Oh, Breath of the Wild's a bad example, like... I don't know. Heightened Time could be nice, or... That's really low, isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Point being, it's really high graphics for the Switch, and I like it. On the same note, the music's also good too. It's not really got any particular... like, notable tunes like Lost Woods or whatever in Zelda where, oh yeah, they just get stuck in your head, but the tracks, when you do listen to them, especially when you listen to them a lot, they're really good. Probably, I've been listening to that soundtrack more than anything recently. It's also got 3 or technically 4 tracks with actual singing vocals in it. I'm not normally a big fan of writing games, but they did it well here, so I like it. The overall music as a whole is just kind of vocals combined with instruments. Not necessarily word vocals for most of it, apart from those 3 tracks or whatever I mentioned, but yeah. The music works good too, suffice to say. As with Hollow Knight, I'll have it playing in the back, but anyway. As I said, it just overall fits together quite well. It's a fun game to play through, the story's really good. I'm not going to spoil that though, because like, well, that'd be kind of stupid of me, wouldn't it? I'm not that dumb. Maybe I am, who knows. Anyway, it's a good game. Yes, it's on this list too. Whoa. Next one. Heightened Time, that's what it's called. What the hell happened to my brain then? Jesus Christ. Anyway, Heightened Time is a great game. Yeah, so Heightened Time is a 3D platformer. A lot like 3D Mario games or whatever, I guess. This is probably the most interesting story for how I actually found out about it. Way more interesting than the other 2. I don't even know why the other 2 are considered interesting compared to this, but whatever. Basically, I was watching a live stream. Some of you may know, but some streamers use this thing called media share in their streams, where basically you can pay a bit of money, and then a video will appear on for them to watch based on however much you paid for how long it shows. And anyway, someone paid for a track from the Heightened Time soundtrack to show up on this stream, and I liked it a lot, so after the stream finished I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go listen to this. And I did listen to it, and the soundtrack was great. So then I decided to get the game. No, it's not just because of that. The soundtrack's what got me interested in it, and then I heard that the game's great and decided to get it. I was originally going to get it for Switch, so I held off on getting it for a bit, but then I found out that the Switch one apparently was a bit laggy and also didn't have the second DLC pack. Why did I say third? Yeah, second. So I got the PC one instead, so I basically just held off on it for a while for no reason, but that's beside the point. I played the game, it's great, I really enjoyed it. I think one factor which helped me enjoy it quite a bit is that I don't really play 3D Marios because, well, the gameplay's fun, but story isn't. Story in Mario is just, oh, hi, I'm Bowser, hello, I'm gonna kidnap Peach now. That's it. I mean, yeah, a tiny bit more intricate, but that's basically it, isn't it, realistically? So, yeah, I like a good story in a game, so Mario, that puts me off, so I don't get Mario. Heightened Time, on the other hand, oh my god. The world building and story here is amazing. All the characters, they're each their own unique person, really memorable. I won't really spoil any of the characters, because you should just go play it, seriously. They're great characters. Good voice acting too. Yeah, the game has voice acting, by the way. Indie games with voice acting. It did it good. Anyway, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, the gameplay, it's fun. It's not too complicated or anything, maybe like Hollow Knight or Astral Chain, but it's fun gameplay. And that's what matters. You know? There's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 worlds in the game, plus 2 more DLC ones if you want. 3 of them, each one split into chapters where you do a separate thing in each one. The 4th one's just like open roam. Go around, do whatever the hell you want, find the stuff. You're collecting these timepieces. I won't really spoil the actual plot of the game, but, well, the opening of it is basically your spaceship's powered by them. They all fall out onto the planet, and you have to go get them, and then you can fly off again, basically. It's a lot more intricate than that, but I don't really want to spoil it too much. Anyway, that's beside the point. I think I've said that's beside the point several times. I'm not going to say anymore, I'll try. But anyway, yeah, it's good. Gameplay over there, though, let's look at something else. The music and graphics. I keep coming back to these for other games, but graphics on the game, they're actually not that high graphics like Hollow Knight or Astral Chain, but they're still nice. They remind me of Wind Waker quite a bit, you know, the toon aesthetic of them. I remember watching a video about it where they said that the developers chose those graphics because they were the easiest to make quick, and honestly that's understandable. I get why that is, because I work on game development very basically in my spare time, if I get the time, which I don't normally. But you know, I get why, so, but they still look nice for low effort well, not low effort, but low time graphics. Whatever it is, they look nice, even though they're not as high end as some graphics. The music though, that's another story. The soundtrack's amazing. As with the other two, it will be playing in the back. But yeah, soundtrack's good. Going back to that original story, it's why I kind of why I got the game, so you can tell it's good, can't you? Because I don't just get a game if I happen to like the soundtrack, do I? Otherwise I'd be broke then. No. It's got an amazing soundtrack, and fun gameplay, as I said earlier. Point being, it's also good. Heightened Time is also good. Yeah, I've talked about all 3 of the games now. Hollow Knight, Astral Chain, and a Heightened Time. My favourite of the 3 is probably Hollow Knight, and then Astral Chain, then a Heightened Time. I'd say, although all 3 of them are great, there's a reason I'm talking about these ones and not other ones, you know? Anyway, the special thing I said to stick around to the end of the video for, yes, that. I'm going to give away a copy of Astral Chain. One of you people can play it, yes, that's cool. Main reason I'm doing this is, well, a while back I gave away a few copies of Hollow Knight. I liked that. I like giving away stuff. It's not that good for my bank account and I shouldn't, but I like doing it anyway, so yeah, I'm going to give away a copy of Astral Chain. The reason I'm picking Astral Chain out of the 3 rather than Hollow Knight, which is my favourite, is because, well, I already gave away 2 copies of Hollow Knight recently. Well, more than 2, but 2 publicly on my channel. And also because it's the most expensive of the 3. Hollow Knight's dirt cheap. Heightened Time is reasonable. Astral Chain is a AAA game price, so like, personally, AAA game prices are a tad bit expensive, but well, you know, it's still a good game and still worth paying, but at the same time, it's still a lot of money, and not something to just easily spend like you can. So yeah, one of you won't have to spend 50 on it, that's fun. Whatever, I'm gonna give it away, so yeah, there's a link in the description. You don't even have to subscribe to the channel if you don't want. Spread it to anyone you want. I just want someone to play the game. It's a good game. Yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know in the comments. That's what YouTubers want you to do, isn't it? They also want you to subscribe, even though I said I don't care whether you do, so yeah, there you go. Bye.